press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.
Okay children, now we are going to study about the further topics which we have left in the natural vegetation. Now we are going to study about the topics which we have left in this topic natural vegetation. That the first that is the in the previous class we have studied about the other topics, that is we have seen the tropical rainforest and we have seen the tropical deciduous forest and also we have seen the temperate evergreen forest. Now we are going to see the temperate deciduous forest. Okay. Now we are going to see about the temperate deciduous forest in this natural vegetation topic. Okay. So, how does this temperate deciduous forest look like? Before this, the tropical evergreen forest, tropical deciduous forest and the temperate deciduous forest, everything we have seen, they can be seen on the north and the northeast portion of the continent. But these temperate deciduous forest, they can be seen on the south and southwest part of the continents. Okay, these can be seen in the south and southwest parts of the continent. But the previous three forests we have seen were near the north and the northeast continents. Okay. Now we are going to see these kind of forests. How do these forests look like? Let me write them. That is, okay, before this, okay, as we go towards the higher altitude, as we go to a upper altitude, there are more temperate deciduous, we can see more amount of temperate deciduous forest, that is in the higher altitudes we can see them. This topic is not related to this point, okay, let me say it in the further class. But this temperate deciduous forest, where we can see in the higher altitudes. Okay, we can see this temperate in the higher altitudes. Okay, these are found in northeastern forest part of USA. Okay, and China and New Zealand and Chile, etc. And they shed their leaves in dry season, shed their leaves. Examples are oak, ash, beech, etc. Animals are deer, foxes, wolves, etc. And birds like peasant, monarchs are seen. Okay, see, can you see? Okay, yes, you can see it. Okay, then in the temperate deciduous forest, where we can see these temperate deciduous forest in the northeastern parts of USA and China and New Zealand and China. Okay, in these points we can see this temperate deciduous forest, and this can be seen at the higher altitudes. As we go up at the higher altitudes, we can see this temperate deciduous forest, and these temperate deciduous forest, they also shed their leaves in the dry season, and the trees are oak, ash and beech etc. are the example for the temperate deciduous forest. These are the trees which we can see in the temperate deciduous forest, and deer, foxes and owls are the animals we can see in this temperate deciduous forest. Okay. Deers, owls, foxes, these are the animals we can see in this temperate deciduous forest, and birds like peasants and monarchs, these are the birds we can see in this temperate deciduous forest. So this is about the temperate deciduous forest. Now we will move on to another forest, that is Mediterranean and vegetation. Okay. As till now we have seen the forest near the north and the northeast states. Now we are going to see the forest near the south and the southwest states, that is Mediterranean vegetation. These Mediterranean vegetation can be seen near the Mediterranean region. Okay, let me write them. Okay, they are mostly found in the areas around the Mediterranean Sea, in Europe and Africa and Asia. These can be seen in the region in the Mediterranean Sea, in Europe, Africa and Asia. That is why we call them as a Mediterranean vegetation. Okay. Then there also this vegetation also found in the areas out of this Mediterranean area. Okay, we will see these kind of Mediterranean vegetation near Mediterranean Sea, in Europe, Africa and Asia, and also they can be seen other than these Mediterranean regions, that is California in USA, and Southwest Africa, and South America, and Southwest Australia. Okay. Other than the Mediterranean region, we can see these Mediterranean vegetation in the California in USA, Southwest Africa, South America and Southwest Australia. These are the places where we can see this Mediterranean vegetation, and Mediterranean vegetation. And also we see them, these regions are marked for the hot and dry climate, hot and dry summers. Hot and dry summers and mild rainy winters. Citrus fruits such as orange, figs, olives, grapes, commonly cultivated here. And okay, this is about the important points of this natural vegetation. In this Mediterranean vegetation, we see that hot and dry summers. Here it will be very hot and dry in the summer and mild rainy winters. In the winters it will be mild rainy. Okay. And here in this Mediterranean vegetation, we see mainly citrus fruits like orange, fig and olives and the grapes. Okay. Here mainly we can see fruits because the people in this Mediterranean region, they cut down all the natural vegetation and they took the plants according to their interest. That is why we only see these kind of fruits. That is why this Mediterranean vegetation is also known as orchid or orchid, okay, of the world, because here only we can see the fruits. Okay. And also in this Mediterranean vegetation, barks of these trees are in such a way that barks and also that leaves, waxy coating will be there on the leaves. That is how they will help in the they will minimize the transpiration losses. Okay. Waxes present on the leaves and the bark will also minimize the transpiration losses in this Mediterranean vegetation. So this is about the Mediterranean vegetation. We have seen this Mediterranean vegetation, we can find them in the south and the southeast of the continent, and we can see in this Mediterranean region or vegetation the fruits only. That is why we call them as orchid of the world. And also here we can see hot and the dry summer and mild rainy winters. So we have seen some plants also here. The next type of forest is, let me rub this clearly. The next one is coniferous forest. Coniferous forest. The next one is coniferous forest. What are these? Let me write down the features. In the higher we can see them in the higher latitude or okay, higher latitudes 50 to 70 degree. Okay na? Then they are also called as taiga, and okay, these are also seen in the higher altitude. This is latitude and this is altitude, and they are tall and softwood evergreen trees. They are tall softwood evergreen trees, and okay, the pulp which is used for these wood trees are pulp. They will give the pulp trees that is useful for the manufacturing newspaper and paper. Matchboxes, packaging boxes are also from the softwood, and we can see cheer, pine, cedar trees here. Then silver fox, mink, polar bear are animals found here. See, in this coniferous forest, we can see these coniferous forest in the higher latitudes around 50 to 70 degrees Celsius. In the higher latitude, we can see them. These are also called as taiga. Taiga means it is a pure form in the Russian language. This taiga means it is a pure or untouched. We call them taiga. This coniferous forest are called as taiga, which means pure or untouched in a Russian language. In the higher, these also coniferous forests can be seen in the higher altitude, and tall softwood evergreen trees can be seen here. In this coniferous forest, there will be a tall and there will be a softwood trees, evergreen trees. They are softwood and the evergreen trees. They can be seen in this coniferous forest. And the trees, the pulp which is prepared from the trees, that is used for the newspaper and the paper making. And also by the trees we can make the match boxes, packaging boxes, etc. Like that the trees will be useful. And we can see chir, pine, cedar, like that of trees in this coniferous forest. And we can see silver fox, mink and polar bear in this coniferous forest. So, we have seen that many kind of things in the coniferous forest. That is, it is situated, it can be seen at the higher latitudes, that is 50 to 70 degrees Celsius, and it is also called as taiga, that is pure and untouched in the Russian language. These coniferous forests, they are also called as taiga, which means pure and untouched in the Russian language. And these can be seen in the higher altitude. These are tall and they will be softwood evergreen, and the pulp which is pulp taken by the trees, that can be used for the newspaper and the paper preparation. And the match boxes, packaging boxes, everything can be prepared by the trees of this coniferous forest. The trees are like cedar, pine and the chir are the trees present in this coniferous forest, and silver fox, mink and the polar bear are the animals we can see in this coniferous forest. So, this is about the different kind of forest. Till now, we have seen many kind of forest, starting from the tropical evergreen forest till the coniferous forest. We have seen different kind of forest. Now, we are going to see about the another topic, that is grasslands in this natural vegetation. What are grasslands? Grasslands are a land where grass is present, but where we can see these grasslands, these can be seen in the place where there is a moderate rainfall. Okay, the places where there is a moderate rainfall, there we can see these grasslands. In these grasslands also there are some different kinds. That is, the first one is tropical grasslands. Okay, the first one is tropical grasslands. These occur in the equator, either side of the equator, sides of equator. Extend till the tropics. Okay, then here moderate to low amount of low rainfall will be present. Here grass can grow very tall grass about 3 to 4 meter height. Example is savan grassland in Africa, and elephant, zebras, giraffes, deer, leopard are common in these tropical grasslands. So, in the grasslands, we are going to see the tropical grasslands. Here, this tropical grassland, it is nearer to the equator and it will extend to a tropics. Starting from the equator to a tropics, these grasslands can be seen. Here in these tropical grasslands, moderate to low rainfall will be present, and grasses may go up to 3 to 4 meter height. Okay, they are very height. Example for this tropical grassland is savanna in Africa, and animals like elephant, zebras, giraffes and deer, leopard etc. can be seen in this tropical grassland. So, these are the features about the tropical grassland. No need to take down because every point is there in your textbook. So, just listen what I am telling. Okay, tropical grasslands, there may be a moderate to low rainfall, tall grass up to 3 to 4 meter height, and savan in Africa is an example for these tropical grasslands, and elephant, zebra, giraffes, deer and the leopards can be seen here. Okay, then the next grassland is temperate grassland. Now we are going to see about the temperate grassland. Okay. These are found in the mid-latitudinal zones and the interior part of the continents. Usually grass is short and nutritious. Wild buffalo, bisons, antelopes are common in this temperate region. See, in this temperate grasslands, here we can see them in the mid-latitudinal areas. Okay, and here in this temperate grassland, grass will be short, grass will be very short and it will be very nutritious. And in this temperate grassland, wild buffaloes, bisons and antelopes can be seen. So, these are the features of this temperate grassland. In this temperate grasslands, it can be seen around the mid-latitudinal zones, and grasses will be short and they will be nutritious, and wild buffaloes, bisons and antelopes can be seen here. So, this is about the temperate grasslands. Now we will see about this is about the grasslands. In the grasslands we have seen temperate grasslands and the tropical grasslands. Now we will see about the shrubs or a bushes or a thorny bushes. Thorny bushes. Okay, now we are seeing about the thorny bushes. These as I already said, the scrubs or shrubs or these thorny bushes, they can be seen in the dry regions like desert. So, they can be seen in the dry regions like desert. Okay. Okay. This can be located at the western margin of the continent. Western margin of the continent. Vegetation cover is scarce, and here because scanty rain, and here scanty rain and scorching heat. That is why vegetation is scarce. Okay. Okay, this is about the natural vegetation of these thorny bushes, and also here it is very limited vegetation, only mosses, lichens, small shrubs, very small shrubs can be seen. It grows during the very short summer. This is also called as tundra. Found in the polar okay. This can be found in the polar areas like Europe, Asia and North America. Okay. Here animals have thick fur. Wait a minute. Let me do one thing. Okay, these animals are thick fur. Okay, here animals will be very thick fur and thick skin to protect themselves from the cold climate conditions. And seal, walruses, musk, oxen, Arctic owl can be seen here. Okay, this is about the thorny bushes. Okay, here in these thorny bushes, these can be seen in the dry regions of the desert, western margin of the continent. These can be seen in the western margin of this continent. Here in these thorny bushes or shrubs, here it will be a scarce vegetation because means less amount of vegetation because rainfall will be very less, very scanty, and there will be a scorching heat effect. Heat will be more. That is why less vegetation. Then here we can see mosses, lichens and the shrubs, very small shrubs, and here very short summer will be seen. These are also called as tundra, and these can be seen in the polar areas like Europe, Asia and North America. Okay, the animals which are present in these areas, they will have a fur. They will have a thick fur in order to protect themselves from the cooling, this child pup. Okay, in order to protect themselves from the cooling effect. Okay, they will have a thick skin. Okay, then seal, this one musk oxen and Arctic owl, walrus. These are the animals found in these thorny bushes. Okay, these are also called as tundra. So this is about the thorny bushes. In this chapter, you have to take down all the important points under the headings, and you have to revise more and more so that you will get to know everything about this, the important features of these topics. Okay, here you have to learn the important features of this kind of topics. That is the only point in this topic. And also when you go home, you should know that you should try to see the pictures regarding how the tropical deciduous forest look like, how the coniferous forest look like, how the bushes look like, everything you should go and search and you should see them, so that you will get a good idea regarding them. So this is about the today's class, that is natural vegetation. Today we will end up in this class, and in your textbook they have given different names for the different grassland, what they will call in the different states, okay, or in the countries. So you can go into your textbook. So this was about the today's class. We have seen all the different kinds of forest, grasslands and the bushes, and also we have seen many kind of features regarding these topics. So now it's your turn to revise them again and again. You have to prepare well, you have to take down the topic, and you have to below that, as I written here, you should write all the important points or important features of that kind or that topic, and you should revise more and more, because this is very important topic, natural vegetation. Okay, so this is the end of the today's class, and we will continue in the further classes. Thank you.